Welcome everyone to another episode of Alumni Talkies. Today, we are honored to have Apoorva Vajpayee with us, our esteemed guest and sales and marketing graduate from the batch of 2014 of SCMHRD. Apoorva has carved an impressive professional path at FMC Corporation as project manager, specializing in sales and marketing within the agriculture, chemical, and BFSI sector. Welcome, Apoorva.
Hi Anjali, hi Mitesh.
So, sir, to kick things off, could you walk us through your journey post SCMHRD? How did you transition into the industries of agriculture, chemicals, and BFSI, and what were your initial experiences like?
Yeah, so from SCMHRD in 2014, I went to Sintel. It's an IT company, IT services company. And earlier I had worked with Infosys, so I think IT was a very obvious thing. At my time, most of students were engineers, and I think that is where maybe an IT company thought this can be the right candidate. There, I was part of a team called Market Intelligence, where I got to work on some new technologies which were even newer at that for that time, like blockchain, IoT, etc. Then from there, I worked for two more IT companies. NSE, I went to NSE IT and just one more, I think, yeah. NSE IT, and then went to HDFC Life, where my role was in innovation, and did a similar role in Bajaj, where the primary job was to look for technologies that can be helpful for the company in any area, in any department. And then completely changed the industry, came to agricultural chemical industry. First time it was like I had worked for companies where products are non-tangible, banks, insurance, and IT. This is the first time I am part of a company where there's an actual product you can touch, and yeah, so that's where so a lot of new things I'm learning along the way. It's just been 1 year, so yeah, that's pretty much the path I've taken.
Fascinating journey. Moving into the realm of technology and innovation, how have technological advancement, especially AI and automation, transformed sales and marketing strategies in the agriculture, chemical, and BFSI sector?
Yeah, so if you talk about BFSI, I think the entire competition is about technology. If I ask you which is your favorite bank, you'll probably answer based on how your experience has been about using its app. And these days we don't even use apps; we use Google Pay and Phone Pay to interact with banks. So yeah, technology has become a very important point. Talking particularly about AI, etc. I think one thing it has brought is the companies can now reach out to customers individually, which also is called hyper personalization. You expect the message coming to you having your name. Even video messages have started being personalized. So yeah, I think has given companies an opportunity to connect with their customers at a very personalized level, instead of relying on aggregators like earlier. Now you can buy an ITC product from Google Pay. Earlier, ITC was relying completely on a retailer to sell you their product. So I think yeah, that is the thing. That is the major change that is happening. The personalization is increasing, and people are talking to their customers directly more than ever. Yeah.
So, sir, when we talk about automation and AI, I think data analytics also plays a very pivotal role. So, how does FMC Corporation leverage data to understand consumer behavior and preferences across these diverse domains of agriculture, chemical, and BFSI?
Yeah, so I won't go into like details of a project of a company particularly, but yeah, talking overall about the industry, how we are doing is there are multiple ways. There is a thing called precision agriculture that is like uh, doing being a big buzzword these days. So for example, one of the initiatives that I can talk about is having a trap set up in different parts of the country where there are farms. So any pest attack can be predicted through these traps, because when small insects sit on these using AI models, these traps can actually predict that in this area a particular pest attack is going to happen in coming month. So it might be a good time for you to start using pesticides or some chemical to avoid that. So if you think about technology, there are a lot of things that are coming into play here. There is clearly an image recognition happening. There is some past data put into this system which can use it to make some prediction about a pest attack. Similarly, other things like basically reading data from images, validating if it is tampered in some way, that is helping in a big way in the way we identify a customer. A lot of data that is collected through different sources. A lot of companies are using it to underwrite a customer, the companies that provide loans, insurance. That is another way. Chat GPT is coming up a lot, big way. I was talking about hyper personalization, and Chat GPT has actually made interaction with a robot and a human pretty much similar. That is another big change. So chatbot came a long way. Now every company is offering a chatbot, and you can. I mean, it's very difficult these days to get in touch with a human help desk agent. Yeah, most of the companies are interacting with you via chatbots, I think, and most of the problems are getting solved. That's also another way how AI is helping. And with Chat GPT getting in, I think you will be able to get better response in a better way. You will be able to ask questions your way, because sometimes it gets frustrating when you don't find the option that you wanted to select. With ChatGPT, it's also AI. It's basically trying to understand your intent as a customer in a better way, and then giving you the proper answer. I think these are some big developments that are happening in it.
So, sir, I think there is one more thing that happens. I think when we think about technology, I think it's about making people understand also how technology works. Because, if we look at the target audience, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but if we look at the target audience when we are trying to sell, or we are trying to understand the nexus of people who are under the chemicals and fertilizers industry in general. So, there I think vernacularity also comes into play a lot. So, sir, so how do you tackle with those kind of situations, and what is the way forward in those situations?
Yeah, in fact, vernacularization itself as a technology has become much more widespread. So if you go to any website these days, especially an insurance company website, which also has a target audience in every parts of the country, you most of the websites are offering you at least 6 to 7 options. I think SBI life insurance website has 19 languages. So a lot of people are providing the option to convert their apps in all languages. Even in FMC, we are doing that, so that this language barrier gets reduced to a great extent. Even if you talk about entertainment industry, every movie is available in every languages these days. There are videos using AI, so people make one video and AI converts it into different languages. So the technology has evolved a lot in last 4 5 years, because earlier translation by a computer wasn't great. That has changed to a great extent. Now that you can rely much more on the translation, and the companies have started using it. The bots, the apps, the websites, they are all being provided in various ways. And then you also have to keep in mind the technical expertise of your customer. So journey has to be designed accordingly. You need to understand what a customer will be able to do easily, and what they will not be able to do easily. So a trading app will be built in a very different way from how a farmer app will be built.
So, sir, while implementing new technologies, it often comes with new challenges.
Yeah.
Could you share some obstacles which you have faced or observed in implementing technological solutions, particularly in area of sales and marketing functions within these sectors?
Yeah, so I think one of the biggest challenges that new technologies are coming up at a very fast rate, and you can't sit and wait for its outcome to appear. I mean, you have to try it yourself. And a lot of time, what happens is uh, no good use case actually comes out. So recently, I mean, 2 years back, everyone was talking about metaverse. People tried to create a lot of use cases, but today that's not being talked about that much. It kind of has, I mean, people are saying that it's still not dead, it will come back in a better way. uh, but a bigger challenge is what to do, what not to do, how to basically assess what will benefit us and what will not benefit us. At the same time, we need to be open about experimenting and failing if required, because if you won't try, you don't fail, you probably will miss some of the opportunities. Uh, and yeah, I think that's a big thing. Basically, knowing what will work, what will not work, and accordingly, basically decide your strategy where you want to focus on. That's a one, and then yeah, getting maybe proper outcome from the technology, because uh, more the older technologies have been evolved over time. The newer technologies will take time to evolve. So a lot of times the return on investment becomes another challenge, because you will make investments, you will fail, you will correct yourself. So you have to have a clear plan and what all can happen in mind before you go ahead with it.
Great, sir. So those are some really valuable insights. And sir, lastly, what advice would you like to offer to current SCMHRD students or recent graduates aiming to enter industries like agriculture, chemicals, technology, BFSI as they embark into their corporate journey?
Yeah, I think one of the advice I would like to give you is, if you can be this clear at which industry you want to get into, that can be a very good first steps, because a lot of time we leave it to the chance, jo aega chalega वैसा. But if you can have a proper strategy that this is where I want to go into, and then start learning about that industry, the complexities, uh, the market, etc. That can be a very great uh, help for you. You also need to keep in mind your interest. So, for example, I never knew what my interests are, but then if you see my journey, it has continued to tend towards technology, the new age technology. It happened by basically by working and working on different things, that what my interests are. So sooner you realize that, the faster you'll be able to grow in your career, the better you will be able to differentiate yourself from the rest of the people. And so if it starts at college, it would be a good idea. So yeah, and then just keep basics in mind. The basics, whether it's technology or marketing or sales, remain the same, which is currently being taught to you, and it will always be helpful. And you just need to be basically keep refreshing yourself about that knowledge.
Sir, your experience and advice are incredibly valuable. Thank you for sharing your insights and expertise today. To our listeners navigating these changes in our industries with an academic background like SMHRD requires adaptability and a constant drive of learning.
So, thank you so much, sir, for sharing your valuable feedback and your insights about the industry. So, it really means a lot to us. So, if you have anything else to say, sir, you can definitely go ahead.
No, no, that's all I wanted to share. I guess. Thank you for calling me, and yeah, continuously uh, making efforts to make this happen. I hope I gave something that was of value to you and people who will be listening to this. Uh,
And, sir, so that brings up to the wrap of today's episode. Stay tuned for more engaging conversations on career trajectories and industry dynamics. Until next time, take care and keep exploring. Don't forget us to follow us on Spotify, YouTube, and Instagram. Thank you.